Welcome back. Today we're diving into the power of words and how they influence decisions, not just by expressing ourselves, but by driving us to act.
Yeah, it's so fascinating. So, what's the first thing that really caught your attention about using words as a persuasion tool?
Well, the idea that words actually shape perception is um, really striking. They don't just inform, they influence how people think and feel, which, you know, ultimately drives action.
Exactly. Right. It's like every little word carries a bit of weight. And then you have the part about using clear, specific language, like not just saying this will help you improve, but instead, this will help you communicate more clearly in meetings.
Exactly, yeah. Specificity is key. It makes the promise feel real, tangible, and it builds trust because people know exactly what to expect.
Yep, I totally agree. I love that point. It reminds me of how sometimes vague promises just don't stick because they feel empty. But clear language really creates that connection.
Absolutely. And then there's positive framing, this technique where instead of saying, don't miss this opportunity, you reframe it as take advantage of this opportunity. It's like flipping a constraint into an invitation.
Exactly. Positive language definitely has a way of sparking enthusiasm. But I wonder, could there be a risk of it coming off as too pushy if not done right?
That's a great observation. Positive framing is powerful, but it does need to be balanced. If you overdo it, it could feel insincere or overly salesy. There's definitely a fine line to walk here.
Right, balance is everything. Now, moving on to another point that really got my attention, the use of the word because. It sounds so simple, yet it can provide a robust justification for any request.
Oh, totally. When you provide a reason, even a small one, it satisfies our need for justification. Like saying, let's schedule this meeting because we need clarity on the next steps, gives a logical push.
Absolutely. That makes perfect sense. It's almost like our brains demand that extra bit of rationale to get on board.
Exactly. And then there's the recommendation to avoid complicated language. Keeping things simple means the message is easier to understand and remember, which is crucial in any persuasive effort.
Yep, simple really is effective. It's a bit like using plain ingredients in a recipe. You can always enhance the flavor, but the base needs to be clean and familiar.
I love that analogy. And speaking of flavor, mixing emotion with logic is another secret ingredient. Logic explains the facts. Emotion drives the action. Remember that example. This approach will save time and reduce stress for everyone involved.
That's really compelling. Right. It's this perfect blend that makes the message resonate on multiple levels. Logic speaks to the mind, while emotion touches the heart.
Yeah, and then there's inclusive language, using words like we, us, and together. That really makes people feel like they're part of a group, a team. It's all about fostering a sense of connection.
Yes, it's very unifying. Totally. It's like inviting someone into a circle rather than pointing a finger at them.
Exactly. And then there's the idea of creating urgency, but without the pressure. For instance, saying, let's finalize this today so we can move forward faster, urges the action without overwhelming anyone.
That's a neat trick. Right, urgency motivates action, but when overdone, it can spike anxiety. Finding that careful balance is essential.
Absolutely. And of course, every persuasive message wraps up with a clear call to action. Giving straightforward guidance like, let's schedule a call tomorrow, really sets the stage for results.
Yes, clear steps really move things forward. It's interesting how all these elements clarity, specificity, positive framing, the power of because, simplicity, emotion mixed with logic, inclusivity, and just the right urgency come together as a toolkit for persuasion.
Right on. It's like each piece is a tool in a craftsman's kit. And here's a thought. Even though the message is about using these strategies to influence, it's really about um, fostering genuine connection. Better words lead to better outcomes.
Very true, definitely. But do you think there is a chance these techniques could be misused? Like, could someone twist them to manipulate rather than inspire?
That's an important critique. Yes, these approaches have the potential for misuse if the intent isn't ethical. The idea, however, is to use them with sincerity and empathy, to empower rather than coerce.
Absolutely, intent is key. Exactly. It's about choosing words consciously, not just to get a reaction, but to build trust and cooperation. In that sense, persuasive language becomes almost a superpower when used ethically.
Right? It's not about overwhelming with clever tactics, but rather about using language to create positive change and clear direction. You know, it's like having a conversation where every word counts.
Every word truly does. And it's interesting how all these segments build a full picture. From why words matter, to crafting specifics, to balancing emotion with logical detail and inclusive language, it's a layered strategy that anyone can adopt.
Exactly. And when you see it laid out like this, it becomes clear that effective communication isn't about adding more words. It's about choosing the right words, like being intentional with every phrase you
Yes,
use.
intention makes all the difference. It almost sounds like artistry, doesn't it? Mixing logic, emotion, and clarity is like painting a picture with words.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's really fascinating is how this approach not only affects individual decisions, but can transform group dynamics too. When people feel included with words like we and together, they're way more likely to join in the effort.
Right, team spirit right there. That collective energy is such a potent force. And then, ending with a clear call to action gives that message a practical, actionable punch. It's like taking a spark and turning it into a flame.
Precisely. This whole toolkit for persuasive language empowers us to communicate more confidently and effectively. And um, the beauty is that with practice, these techniques become second nature.
Practice really does make perfect. I like that. It's about evolving your communication style over time. And honestly, it makes me think about how I choose my words every day.
Exactly, it's a call to be more mindful of our words, to adjust them consciously. Over time, this can lead to real influence. We're not just speaking, we're inspiring action.
Yeah, that's really inspiring. And while all of these points circle around making words work better for us, it's clear that the simplicity of a message combined with strategic elements creates a winning formula.
Absolutely, like using a well-tuned instrument. Each word is a note, and together they compose a melody that can truly move people.
I can feel that rhythm. It's interesting to see that um, this isn't just about fancy language. It's about making carefully chosen words serve a purpose, connecting with people on a logical and emotional level.
Exactly, and by continuously refining our word choice, we um, not only communicate more effectively, but also harness a sort of superpower in our everyday
Right, a
interactions.
genuine superpower. So, in a nutshell, it's all about mastering the craft of language, choosing quality over quantity, and always being mindful of how words can shape our reality.
Yes, and that's the essence of persuasive language. It's not about using more words. It's about using better words to build trust, connection, and drive action.
So true. Well, that really wraps up our deep dive into the science of persuasive language. Thanks for exploring this topic and highlighting how a few small tweaks in our everyday speech can truly transform how we influence decisions.
Thanks for being part of this discussion. Remember, it's our words that drive, inspire, and ultimately create change. Until next time, keep using those better words.
Yep, see you next time.